This was supposed to be a normal landing. February 1, 2003. Over the clear skies of Texas, families and friends gathered, eagerly waiting. At NASA, Mission Control was ready for applause and celebration. Instead, the sky burned. The Space Shuttle Columbia was coming home. On board were 7 astronauts heroes, scientists, pilots, and explorers. They had just spent 16 successful days in orbit, completing every experiment and task perfectly. Their journey was nearly over, but the seeds of this disaster weren't planted in the harsh vacuum of space. They were sown 16 days earlier, just 82 seconds after liftoff. During the thunderous ascent, a piece of foam insulation, about the size of a small suitcase, broke off the external fuel tank. It slammed into the leading edge of Columbia's left wing. On the mission control monitors, it looked like a minor incident, a puff of debris. The event was noted, analyzed, and ultimately dismissed as an acceptable risk. After all, similar foam strikes had happened on previous missions without any catastrophic consequences. It seemed harmless. It was a fatal miscalculation. For 16 days, Columbia orbited the Earth, a silent, invisible wound on its wing. The crew, unaware of the mortal danger they were in, went about their duties, sharing moments of wonder and discovery with the world below. They were living the dream of space exploration. Then came re-entry, as Columbia sliced through the upper atmosphere at over 17,000 miles per hour. The friction generated unimaginable heat. The reinforced carbon-carbon panels on the shuttle S-wings were designed to withstand temperatures soaring above 3,000 degrees Fahrenheit, glowing cherry red as they protected the delicate aluminum frame beneath. But on the left wing, there was a whole superheated gas. A plasma hotter than molten lava began to pour through the breach created by the foam strike. It acted like a blowtorch, melting the wing's internal structure from the inside out. On the ground, mission controllers started seeing unusual sensor readings. Temperature sensors on the left wing failed one by one. The shuttle's flight control system fought to compensate as the wing began to drag, but the damage was too severe. At 8:59 a.m. Eastern Time, just minutes from its scheduled landing in Florida, NASA lost contact with Columbia. The last garbled transmission from Commander Rick Husband was cut short. Roger, Abu, silence. On the ground, onlookers watched in horror. What was once a single, bright streak in the morning sky began to break apart. There was no massive explosion, no final, dramatic message from the crew. Just a silent, fiery disintegration as the shuttle succumbed to the immense aerodynamic forces. The wreckage of Columbia rained down across hundreds of miles of Texas and Louisiana. The nation, and the world, watched in disbelief. The triumphant return had become a national tragedy. Broadcast live, the search for answers began immediately. Thousands of volunteers and officials scoured the landscape, recovering over 84,000 pieces of the shuttle, including the crucial flight data recorder. The Columbia Accident Investigation Board was formed, and what they uncovered was a brutal, heartbreaking truth. This tragedy was not just a technical failure, it was a human one. It was preventable. The investigation revealed that engineers had raised concerns about the foam shedding for years. Memos were written, warnings were issued, but they were lost in a bureaucratic culture where risk had become normalized. The acceptable risk of foam strikes had slowly eroded the margins of safety. Management had become overconfident, believing the shuttle was a reliable, operational vehicle, not the experimental craft it always was. In the aftermath, NASA grounded the entire Space Shuttle program for over 2 years. The agency was forced to confront its own deep-seated cultural problems. Safety procedures were completely overhauled. New inspection and repair techniques were developed, including the ability for astronauts to inspect their own spacecraft while in orbit. The 7 astronauts Rick Husband, William McCool, Michael Anderson, David Brown, Kalpana Chawla, Laurel Clark, and Elon Roman were not daredevils. They were professionals who trusted the system designed to protect them. The system failed. The Columbia disaster was a scar on the history of space exploration. It serves as a permanent, chilling reminder that the journey to the stars is paved with immense risk, and that the greatest dangers often lie not in the unknown of space, but in the familiar territory of human error and complacency. From that terrible fire in the sky, space exploration was forced to learn, to change, and to carry the memory of 7 heroes forward, forever. Thanks for watching. If you found this story important, please consider liking this video and subscribing for more deep dives into the events that shaped our world.